Hey there, everybody. Welcome to my 5th round of the WELP tournament. Playing ospond. Right now we have, he's number 1 in the standings and I'm number 2. He's half a point ahead of me. So if we win here, we'll be in good shape to advance to the top 8, no matter what we do next round. But anyway, if we, if we just tie the next couple rounds, we'll make it in, or most likely. That may not be strictly guaranteed, but in any case, tie at least now is certainly all right. So this board has Mole Advance, no Necro, Bandit Fort, Canal. Not a lot of action payload that you have. Otherwise, you could do a lot of draw to X stuff. It's interesting, right? The only payload is really gold stuff. I guess fortunately you can remodel some of the golds at the end to lower your Bandit Fort stuff at that point, but other than that, your payload is pretty crappy, unless, forgers might get somewhere, but it's still a little hard to fuel here, right? Not impossible, but not really that compelling. Silver definitely looks reasonable. Silver raise. You could open like remodel. You could open like raise remodel, I guess. I don't know. The targets for remodel aren't that appealing yet. Not really that appealing until quite late, actually. This is weird. There's just so much trashing and draw. It's just nothing else. I'm actually going to try the raise remodel opening. But you don't find anything. But that's okay. I don't have any plans to skip silver entirely, but I guess it's not impossible with advance. Is advance only gain it? Yeah, okay, so that's not gonna work. It's pretty hard. I guess if you just always buy actions, at the end of it all, you can remodel 3s into 5s. It's not that exciting, but he hits a sentry. Seems fine. Kind of deviated here from my just get actions thing. I just clicked on something I didn't feel. I could think about owling, but I'll probably just play that since I'm getting a couple cards search anyways. I guess I can owl now. But it's a sanctuary. That doesn't look like the thing to me yet, but it'll be good later. What does it mole do? Not owl, mole. Okay. Can try to get to the remodel. What am I doing? Just what am I doing? I need a honey lodge really bad. Did he hit 2 trash with his sentry? Or he hasn't even played it yet? No, yeah, he did. Just 1, okay. Well, that's not too bad then. May just trash raise. That's not really what I want to do, but this is like the same hand. This is nicer. A little bit. Okay. He has 3 foragers? He has a lot of foragers. That's kind of wild. I'm thinking about getting another one, but it's like that or a remodel. It's not the best hand ever. I mean, if I draw an action on top, then it's quite good actually, but right now it's not looking too good. But yeah, if there's even really anything, any of the actions on top would be fine here. Would make this turn really good. So there's like a raise to raise 2 foragers remodel. That's possibilities. His sanctuary buy is so weird to me. If I hit 6, I'll probably just take a gold. If I hit 7, I might just go for a canal first. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm particularly likely to hit any high number price point. That's not really what the deck does very well, but it's a honey lodge now. Okay, so this is pretty okay in my opinion. It's like, do I want to trash? Yeah, let's trash more. I guess I could even toss, but that seems a little silly. Guess he's looking for his hunting ground, hunting lodge. The Lodge of Hunting. He needs a remodel, I think. He can get rid of his sentry. 3 foragers still. He needs a remodel really badly. This makes no sense, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this makes no sense at all as a buy. It's like, where are you going with that? I mean, if you're repairing it with a remodel, I guess, but if only you could advance into, yeah, if you're buying coppers, if you're buying coppers to play Forger to get $1, that's not a strategy, that's some kind of a nightmare. I could up his foragers, I guess. Maybe that's bad. It's gonna help him a lot. I think I kind of want to make him do it if he's gonna do it on a turn. I guess that's the thing, is he can always forge his silver himself. In which case, things I haven't done that much. So what do I get? A 4. It would be nice to remodel the silver though. Well, I don't have it, so that's not in play. I got a bunch of raises. It's gonna be like advance a bunch, I guess. Which seems fine as a thing to do. We can do turbo remodel, as they say. That's not a thing. Just to be clear. Just to be crystal clear. So I've gained 2 remodels. I could gain an IGG. I don't know if... Probably not. That probably isn't the thing. I do want a sanctuary eventually. Probably a remodel is like fine. Though I'm pretty likely to just want to upgrade one of the 5s into it as well. payload's so bad here. The action payload's super bad, and then there's already banded for it, so you don't want to just buy a lot of silvers and gold. You want to have like a controlled number that you're doing a specific, thing with each turn. I guess our goals for this turn are to get like a couple golds, maybe 3, 2 to 3 golds, and maybe a sanctuary. Would be nice. How many raises are left? None. Okay. I guess he's gonna be able to play one of the forgers is gone, or was owled or something. It's just in hand. Okay. Buy his forger. That's so weird. So weird. I super don't get it. I super don't get this. This was optional. Why did you... Oh, that must have happened a while ago. Looks really bad. Okay, hopefully I don't lose this, because I would feel like I really was played bad if I do. No joke. Guess we could province. We might have a little bit of a hard time getting to 8 again. That's the only thing. Hopefully I guess it doesn't matter that much. Maybe what he's doing is just better. I don't know. Maybe I talk smack on it and it's gonna be amazing. So the remaining cards are Forger, Remodel, Honey Lodge, Province. How many was that? Province, Forger, 2 remodels, and a Honey Lodge. So it is 5. I guess that means I can probably, well, it depends. It depends. Does he have a forger in hand? No. Gets a forger. Gets a potion. That's okay. I mean, I know why, but I just don't know if it's good. You have to draw you have to draw things in like such a good sequence for it to work. You have to get the treasure, the junk treasure, the forager, and the hunting lodge lined up. Right. For it to look really nice anyway. I mean, I guess my deck is not super different in that respect, but okay. I can stop with one honey lodge. I can trash one of the remodels, I guess, is not the worst thing. I don't have to green, though it feels good to green, I think. I don't really want to have to. It would be nice if I had the additional money so that I can actually get by a province more consistently without playing a forger. I mean, I can buy a copper, but then I'm back to kind of his situation. I have to get the sequence right or it doesn't work. But I'm playing pretty thin as well, so that's something. This is not like the best opening hand, though I can always toss one hunting lodge right off the bat. Can work. He had a good opening hand. His problem is like if his if his treasures are hiding or whatever, or the hunting lodges. So far, a good draw for him, though. Hopefully it doesn't continue, but... I wonder if he'll canal. Did another hunting lodge? Oh, IGG. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I just don't buy a... This is a pretty good turn. I would like one turn to be sad. I think if he has one sad one, then I'm okay, but... My turn could be very sad. Quite easily. His deck's not going to green well, so maybe he doesn't have to green much. am holding enough to get to 4 provinces. That's not going to be enough, but bronze. Yeah, it's this copper rebuy that to me looks pretty tough. Gotta think now. There are a few different things I could do here. I know I'll find a hunting lodge if I do owl. So maybe I owl the remodel right now. The only sad part, of course, is not finding the province. I mean, you can also play. Let's do this. It's basically just a reset on the turn to try and get everything drawn, which looks pretty nice. So I can trash curse now. Have more money. I could get a silver. Or I could get a raise. Or I could get a forager. I think I like the raise. This is not really what I want to see from my hand. It's definitely not what I want to see from his hand. But what can you do? Still waiting for one sort of sad hand. I mean, it's true that Mole is going to... I keep calling it Owl, I think. It's true that Mole will be able to rescue you in sad times. Since it's not clicking real quick, I'm assuming he missed on the set aside province, which is cool. Set aside province is scary because then he has better odds of like playing forgers on empty hands and stuff. And that's scary. This hand does actually like suck quite a bit, but I can raise once, so that's good. Since finding any of like forager or another hunting lodge or sanctuary is pretty good. Finding the remodel's not that good. So if like the top 2 cards are remodel gold, that's not the best for me. I'm just gonna mill here if I can. If with the amount of yeah, that's okay. There's a question now. I mean, I can always not mill. So what do we got? Forager Gold remodel. Hunting Lodge. We could get it all. Let's just, I don't think it's worth trying to do though. Could be wrong. This has got to be this now, right? Okay. We can get I guess then that, yeah, okay. There's also a question of, do I want to up his foragers even more? If I empty 2 provinces, can he catch me? Probably not. Actually, probably he can, but I still think it's the thing to do. So we're going to do this. I think this is guaranteed. Wait, how many are there in there? I guess I didn't have to discard either. That was stupid. Well, whatever. I forgot there were 5 treasures in there. I could have had a Hunting Lodge top decked, I think, but whatever. Do I want a copper? Don't I just like trash anything? Like I can trash the forager. This may take a while. This set may take a while at this rate. I don't even know if this one was that hard. I mean, I guess Owl makes it a little trickier. That looks good if he had to do... If he has to do those a lot, he's just finding 1 action in treasure, so he's not getting any forager plays. Eventually it happened, he got his junk turns. Those junk turns still make a lot of money, to be fair. counter-strike and mill the province a couple. No. I have to have the gold. These are worth 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5. I'm almost certain that my hand, like, there's a guaranteed path from my hand. I just will have to look for it. I mean, there's an easy path, which is like gets a duchy in a province without much work, and also scores 3 points from the bandit fort. There's just like a chance it. Well, okay, I probably still can't lose. Like, if I get 12 more points, I'm at 40, and there's only 15, 21. He would need a lot of estates. So I'll play one Honey Lodge and see what it looks like, but I think there is a path that gets me a province and a duchy, more or less guaranteed. And then the rest is a little harder. Okay, so it's gold, remodel, Honey Lodge. Well, I can play that. One sanctuary here. Okay, yeah, this is just guaranteed in this fashion. All right. There's one. Wait, it's me. Okay. This one has owl. Now I'll probably start saying way the mole. So, Pilgrim, yeah, Colonnade, whatever, he cares. You can open Peasant Forager, I guess, and then get a Watchtower right away. I guess you can owl your Necro. Well, that doesn't help you in the way that I'm imagining. That ends the action phase, so that wouldn't be so smart. I don't think. Later you'll have actions. Anyway, I'm gonna go Peasant Forager. Watchtower looks fantastic. I guess you can do Develop Fortress opening. Well, see, that's the thing. You're gonna get a Peasant. You can do Develop Fortress stuff, though. That looks quite good. Maybe good enough to go. I don't know if it's good enough to go Peasant Develop, though, because you do still have these shelters, which you don't really want to develop. The once you have some actions, then it wouldn't be. Well, once you had a Watchtower, it would be okay, I guess. Well, yeah, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna get a develop, but not yet. You don't have to buy anything. You can buy minions, that's alright, but you don't have to buy anything. Here you can just get your gaining, get your trashing down and get your gaining going. And I mean, like, if you hit 5 with your soldier play, you may very well. do it. Yeah, he gets to do it on his first turn. That makes sense, right? That does something. I didn't have that option, so I couldn't. This is going to be a hovel trash by Watchtower for me. I would assume he didn't find the peasant, otherwise, you'd be clicking on it, I would think. So I'm gonna assume he does not have that in hand. If I have $4, I'll buy a fortress. He has 5. I would just take a minion for sure. The cycling's so nice. Yeah, I guess if this is in your $4 hit when he played that, well, no, wait, that's not true. Whatever I'm about to say. I guess a second forager, I'll take a development maybe once I have a fortress, not before. I can owl, I guess. That's probably good, actually. I almost forgot the old peasant way trick, the old traveler way trick. So yeah, old necro and owl, try and draw the foragers or whatever. I mean, I guess it's not actually totally clear, right? I'm only gonna see one card. Maybe it's actually pretty bad. I'm gonna see one card in this shuffle is all, and that shuffle has like a couple forager. What did I buy? Like 2 foragers and a watchtower. Maybe I shuffled at some point. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's a big nope, actually. Pretty friendly minion, all told. Quite friendly. This I might trigger. We know we'll get another forager play out of it at least. Should be able to get a fortress. Yeah, I mean, if he had flipped my soldier hand rather flipping me into a soldier hand, that minion would have been really great. That attack would have worked out really great for him. So I was fortunate. He plays pretty slow. I think, and then I slow down too, I find. Ooh, this actually hits a little bit, doesn't it? That's pretty interesting. Dual attacking here. Yeah, I don't want to. This is a pain now because now the trigger is noticeably worse. Right, if I do this, if I keep necro and like soldier and do the thing, then it's probably okay though. Again, it just does one card in the next shuffle. It gets me an additional trash. The other option is just buy a 3 again, which is not that great. Now I'm being slow because I'm trying to figure this out. Right, if I go down 1 and then I play Necro and then this, it'll draw 5 cards. And that's too many. I don't know that that's right though. I mean, maybe I still trigger just to get a fortress by. It probably doesn't affect the size of, or the, now this would be a hard minion to take, which it looks like I may get hit here. It would be okay if the Necro was in the next hand, because then I can probably do some owl stuff and recover, but as is, this will be a little rough if it hits. I mean, if we find Fortress 2, then we probably can still have some kind of turn, but we're only going to get 1 card to look at whatever it is, so... I would like many things. I don't suppose I'll ever have them here. Maybe he won't want to trigger. Maybe he'll feel like, I shouldn't trigger, I gotta get my disciple. Though he's going to start discipling minions, and then that's going to be, you know, sad times. For me. He's trying to read my eyes to see if I'm revealing whether I want him to play the attack or not, but I'm not going to give anything away. See, stone cold. That's why I make the big money. Should I play the watchtower as an owl? Would that be exciting? Okay, let's do it. That was exciting. I was right. I have a lot of these guys. All right, I'm getting close. To having a deck. And now here I can do Forager Owl, or not Owl, and then Forager Owl. I didn't even notice Colonnade. I never got Colonnade even though I've been just buying actions. All right, here we go. 1, play normal. Wait, sorry. I didn't notice that that was not info. Okay. I just straight up did not notice that was what was happening there. Okay. I have a lot of foragers. I sure do. Okay. We need to get some. We need to get these four and do like he did. I'm not worried about that. That's a joke. Ooh. This is exciting. What's the last card, like a copper or something? Do I need a teacher? It would be real nice to get more fortresses. I don't need this many foragers, that's for sure. I guess I can I can get more of these, right, pretty easily. Okay. This is still a world where I keep the disciple, isn't it? Like it's just gotta be. Maybe I could have. Oh yeah, I bet I could have. I probably could have got a silver from this last time. What is the? What would be nice? Well, there are some hits that would be pretty nice to get for the teacher, some tokens. I've been bamboozled. Not really. That's a joke. Okay, this hand's fine. I don't know how to play it though. I guess I could buy Piazza. How's he looking trash-wise? 4 coppers, hovel. So he's still got 5 junk cards. It really doesn't make much difference whether you gain watchtowers or develops. I mean, as long as you have like a watchtower, if you want to top deck at the end. Top decking doesn't even matter that much either here because of the minion. It could matter mid-turn, but I guess most of your gains mid-turn are also top decked. So it really doesn't do that much. You've got all these actions that can do the same thing, so it would have been nice last turn to have maybe to have gotten a silver and upped my foragers, but Also, wouldn't be bad to have another peasant going. This turn we probably can get up to like $6. Nah, I don't know. Maybe. Hard to say. This is surely a slow-paced match. There he made it $8. Now he's getting a fortress. That's my move though, so he just copied me. JK. See if he's gonna get a develop himself. What did I toss? That would be kind of nice to know. Fortress disabled, 2 foragers. Okay. He does buy develop. I think that looks pretty good. IMO. This is not perfect. Maybe it's pretty good though. I'm gonna top deck it. So we can draw this. We can do this again. Or I need to gain the, or maybe it doesn't really matter. Actually, yeah, okay, I'm not sure. I have to think about what. I guess I'm going to draw both of them off the thing, so it doesn't matter a whole lot. So now I can either develop Forager for Fortress Peasant, or I can get another minion. I can get Peasant either way. Hopefully this doesn't give him a pile out, but I'll be close to 1 on my turn. It may give him a pile out, to be honest. But I was not going to stop and check at that point. Too much work. Okay, he's not going to have a pile out. He doesn't have a fortress. means he needs to green. Probably. He just wanted to know what that 5th card was. I know the truth. He just wanted to know what that 5th card was. Just a little peek. This is a workable opening hand, I guess. A forager. So my piles, I'm looking for like minion, develop, forager, I suppose. I think he'll probably colony though. I don't know, maybe he'll lower. If he lowers, I kind of like my odds of piling. It actually is a little harder. If the minions are gone, it might make the piling a little harder actually. So then I have to gain something that isn't non-terminal cash or draw or whatever. So that's not so clear. Will he buy green? Will he buy 4 curses? Will he buy not 4 curses? Buys a fortress and a province? Maybe, maybe, maybe. Maybe he just stares at the maybe buy 3 fortresses. I would buy 3 fortresses. Do that. Please buy 3 fortresses. Buy another fortress and pilgrimage. I would also accept that. I would also accept that as a submission for today's buys. You don't want a province. That'll make my pile out harder. That'd be annoying. He has, how many develops does he have? Did he gain one there or no? I think I maybe had 3 of them. Or not 3 of them, 4 of them. Just, you don't want a province. He is taking his sweet time. Hopefully into buying a fortress and then another fortress. I'd even settle for fortress workers village. Those are all things I would settle for. We got half of it. Okay. Well, that helps too. Well, the first card played is easy. The second card played is also probably pretty easy. And since we're likely going to try to chain, just chain gains to make this work, it'll probably just help to have more of a draw off this thing, right? I'm going to assume that's useful to draw more. This is pretty not good. Okay. This is not ideal. If we find a fortress, one fortress in this hand sort of transforms it. I don't know if you actually want to take both of the monies there. Well, boy howdy. Okay, so what is the most profitable developing we can do here? This is just not coming together. At the moment. Not at the moment. I have 3 fortresses, okay. I could it's hard. This is hard. Okay. This is something. Right? Now we can let the fun begin. Probably that's in hand now. I don't know. We can develop Forager into Fortress Peasant, or develop into Fortress Peasant. Take the money. There's got to be a win. There just has to be. There's no way. There's no way we're living in a world where there isn't a win here. But what is the path? Maybe in hand now. Can develop twice to get the thingies. We just need $10. This doesn't matter, I don't believe. I kind of checked to make sure okay. So you got 2, which is really our main goal. Potion gear looks pretty easy to me. I mean, it's like the potion, I guess, is like sad for Wolf Den probably, but I mean, at some point you could buy another one if you wanted to. I doubt that happens, but it's not impossible if we get to. I mean, it may be a points play that someone can make. Yeah, so go with potion gear. Wolf Den makes the castles really unappealing. Everything else won't matter for Wolf Den. You'll be able to have multiple copies of it, no problem. Big triumphs are certainly a thing, and then crop rotation looks really good. I guess it, usually does, but just definitely a thing to take over like a $6, $5 action for sure here. He opens potion, he'll open gear. I mean, this is not something that the person who's leading this tournament's not going to open in general. I guess you could do a border guard. That's the only other thing, really. But I don't know why you would. But I mean, at least it would still give you some search space. You wouldn't do it, but at least it would be. It's like maybe the next closest thing. I mean, what do you have? Like, you have 2p, then you buy potion. If you have gear, you play it. If you don't have either, if you have 2 straight, you buy border guard. If you have 3 or 4, you buy gear. Like, I don't. If you have 5, you buy a journeyman, maybe. I don't know. But like 3 or 4 second gear, I think pretty clearly. You don't want the villages yet. I get to play my gear, which is nice. I'll be able to buy a potion here, or buy a university here. His gear missed the shuffle, or did it? Or am I? Yeah, his gear missed. Not actually totally clear to me if you want a journeyman over a lab on your first uni play. I might take a lab, actually. Just based on the current deck. The journeyman will look quite a bit better in a bit. Maybe just go ahead and do it. You can set us, I mean, with gears. Yeah, I guess so. Especially since we're buying a uni here. We may get a village in another shuffle. I've convinced myself. Crop rotation is so nice here, it's almost worth like thinking about doing gear set-asides that get it, even if it means like missing a university buy. We're not gonna do it though, because we're decent shots to hit it anyway. We did not. If we had found the gear, we would have got there, but this will be I guess a workers' village. Could be border guard. Like setting aside 2 coppers here, I guess would have guaranteed getting crop rotation. So that's the kind of thing I was talking about. Maybe being better than getting the university plus whatever we buy here. At least it doesn't seem like totally wild to me. This could be 3rd gear, but I like the university. We'll just keep hitting the journeyman just based on the village situation right now. Like here, I'm pretty willing to set aside 2 and buy a border guard. Set aside 2 coppers. I guess this might be a lab gain. Not sure. Here's a nice turn for him. Okay. 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 Pretty much did what I wanted. I mean, if he draws here, he's still probably ahead, but I guess if you draw really big, you can do hostelries and then draw real big again and then do another hostelry and do triumphs off that. That's pretty cool. That'll be pretty neat. He's going to have the bulk of these journeymen, though, so that's going to be trouble. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for what I did there. There may have been a rat play as well somewhere. The hostelry thing is fun. You can, because you gain one and then you draw it with the horses. And then you, then you do it again. Rinse, repeat for however many times you can draw a deck, and then have the university plays mid-turn. And then you can do it one more time on your buy, like if you want to do it again. I guess the question is if he sees it or not, because otherwise it may be a thing to not reveal. Like, even if you ignore, like, there may become a point where you would do it if you knew your opponent was going to do it. But maybe you wouldn't do it if you thought it was going to show it to them. I mean, I tend to think that kind of stuff is mostly us just tricking ourselves, but it kind of seems like there could be a spot here where that was true. He's got a nice deck though now, and he'll be able to gear something, some consistency probably, and buy crop rotation plus university. So this is bad. Maybe gold plus university, I don't know. Oh yeah, he's even getting a journeyman off the rat. That's rough. Just everyone cross your fingers for a dud. Now the thing to cross your fingers for at this point isn't a dud, it's it's whether I can find a pile out that he doesn't get to. That's what we're looking for now. I don't even know, like, do I have another village? Or, like, all I got was, I bought 1 university, 2 universities, Workers Village Border Guard. All I got here was a crop rotation. He really cycled a lot more than me. So I still don't have a village, so I don't really have, I can gear here and set aside Journeyman Estate, gain a lab. Okay. I'm just low on actions here. I should have gotten a village probably, but and this isn't even, I don't even have the copper. I thought there was another copper, but I just didn't know what the deck was, because now I can't even really buy 2 things. This is pretty bad play on my part, probably. I have to assume he's gonna kick off. If we ever had enough money to, like, yeah, I'm not gonna have money. Just never gonna have money. Best I can do is like triple triumph. It's not crazy to try and get up to the cash to do. I can't even triple triumph, right? I can just double. It's all draw. It's all draw. I just don't think I'm even going to ever have a spot where I can do the thing I'm talking about and it gives me any real advantage. I don't think I'll be able to do it in the game. I would need him to like lower the estates. But I don't think he's going to do that. I would need him to start scoring, basically, and give up some kind of control. He'll just empty Workers' Village and Labs and go along here. Or whatever, Workers' Village gears, whatever things. Maybe if I can do it once real big. The problem is he'll be able to do it twice as many times as I can in a turn. Is the better draw. We really have to draw the deck once, but he has more universities. Overdraw the deck by a little bit once. And then it's not really a loop because you do have to find the horse chain, but it's like if you have sufficient overdraw, you're very, very likely to do it. And here he goes. So it's not clear he's gonna have the. Okay, yeah, there's the overdraw. All right. Well, he definitely is on top of things. The other thing is one of the times you do it, then you have 8 horses in your deck. Well, okay, not if you want to get the money to buy the... you probably have some extra horses left over after drawing still, depending on your draw, how much draw you have. That's all the universities. I guess if you can buy some coppers, you can, or gold, you can get to triple triumph. Problem is he just piles. Two triumphs. Okay. Okay. So I mean, my plan is not to score this turn, but to wait and see what he does. Go from there. What did I do last turn? Something terrible, right? It was awful. It was just no good. Probably if I get workers' villages, he'll probably just pile on me. I guess I have to play for a dud. Or him doing something bad. I mean, the dud doesn't seem like the thing. Presumably he set aside like 2 horses or something to kick off with. So then you're hoping for him to just like mess up doing the way of the rat stuff that lets you pile, I guess. I guess that's what you hope for. Not super clear to me. So you can do that pretty easy. What is my I don't know why I did that in this particular order. Okay. Okay. He'll just pile whatever. We can do this. All right, let's get a university. He can just empty these 2 guys pretty easy, or even work. I mean, he could probably do he can do like a 5 pile if he wants to. So he can do rat on the universities too. I mean, it was pretty much always just like hoping, hey, he doesn't either go for a pile or... I didn't have one. I don't think I had the draw. I didn't really look for it though, so I guess that's not to my credit. You just do weigh the rat with some universities and you'll get there. It's super easy. I didn't look. I mean, maybe there was a way for me to get there on... I wouldn't have scored those points. I didn't have the overdraw at that point. I would have had to... It'd be interesting. I didn't really play to do it from the start, so someone could check my turn, because maybe if I do some of the hostelry stuff, maybe I get there. I'd be interested. I don't think I have the overdraw, but I'd be interested to try it with actually thinking about doing a 3-pile rather than just kind of clicking cards. But I think it's probably out of the reach. Out of reach. You're just gonna... Yeah, there you go. Alright. Game 3 goes to ospond. Ospond. The world may never know. One more game. Let's see what we get. Worm, Summon Canal Battlefield. There's not a lot of village, weakish draw, but draw, and plenty of trashing. Canal is nice for the building part. Should you go for a big doctor by getting gear? Should you just go gear silver and get your junk dealer? Or should you go for the doctor? Kind of afraid to do doctor, to be honest. Could do gear... I don't know. I'm pretty afraid of doing doctor. Summon would be really good here. If you had the 5-2 or the 2-5, but... This board needs Way of the Owl. Then there would be crazy stuff to do. Super crazy. Should I set aside... I mean, should I buy silver or should I buy raise? He goes with the doctor. Seems fine. Should I go with the double gear? This is gross. I mean, it's fine. Go with the triple gear. Here I'll buy a silver. Okay. Not a whole lot of doctoring. Not a whole lot. I guess I could go buy raise. Could buy raise. Do gear copper buy raise. Seems like I should get a silver. Seems like it. He's trashed 3 cards. Trashed none. A big none. Hopefully we'll hit 6 here. Which we'll go Border Village Junk Dealer with. What to buy? What to set aside? What to buy? Buys silver. I could canal, but like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like that exciting to me. At this very moment, anyway. This is more trashing. He has 6 and gets 2. Man, what a world. I guess he set aside to make it happen. I'm jealous, though. Turns out trashing is good. What? Crazy. Maybe he'll get a coven, then I'll feel better about my chances again. I don't feel that bad about my chances, to be honest, but I don't feel that good either. Okay. This could be a hostelry or another gear. Canal looks okay, but when do you get it? This is the hard part. Or from in my mind. I guess you can just get it when you have $7. But when you're not missing your price points for hitting other stuff, it's not as pressing. If I can play a junk dealer like 3 times pretty quickly, I might be okay. Don't know. He's gonna have 6 again though, right? So he can do junk, or he can do like Border Village Merchant Guild then, which is probably what I'm buying here. Trash 0 cards because I didn't buy Trasher, even though there are 2 available. Okay. What I need to have top decked is all my draw. I need to have a gear and another village and a junk dealer and the merchant guild top deck. The whole shebang. So he probably, I would think, goes Border Village Merchant Guild again. Would be my play. And if he's greedy, he might take a copper, but I wouldn't. He can probably get away with it though. So he goes with gear raise, which I think is not the play. But so the question now is, do I? Well, there's still another border village in there, right? Yeah, unless I draw it off, but okay, that's good. Would have been nice to find the junk dealer. So we could set 1 copper aside, go border village gear, or we can do I guess we could do 2 aside and do raised gear. I also forgot about summon existing, which is a thing. I don't know that I would have taken it at any point, but I certainly forgot it existed. He didn't do as much payload as I felt like he could on the last turn. This feels like he underplayed his thinness this turn anyway, a little bit, to me. This is like $7 maybe. $8. Which isn't that exciting. I mean, he didn't add another merchant guild, so if he buys two things, it's not like a huge huge amount of okay, just that. I just counted. Oh, he set aside. Okay, this is not too exciting to me. His payload progression so far. My turn. Looks like it could be okay. Fingers crossed. Surely another merchant guild. Please get a coven though. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. All right. Man, people love coven. Coven is garbage. Kind of. I can draw everything if I take both gears, so I'm guaranteed to still draw everything. So we should, well, yeah. I don't know what is left in there. I guess it's 3 coppers, I mean. So we can have 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, or as low as 9. Man, the coven is, I hate it. I hate it. I hate that buy here. Wait, did I count the coffers for that? Because I don't necessarily want to spend those. 8, 9, 10, 11. This could go bad. Maybe I do want to spend the coffers. I should really focus on drawing. I think. Though this could, now let's do it like this. People love, love, love Coven. I might be able to go like platinum. Well, we probably just go heavier on the keep hitting the merchant guilds, right? Maybe able to buy a copper if we're not spending all the. Like if we get to even if we don't border village with every merchant guild, like if we border village merchant guild gear, like spend 14. If we have 14, we probably don't. Well, no, we probably do, right? We didn't spend some coffers last time, or some coppers. We have a bunch set aside, right? Maybe exactly that. Maybe one more if we junk dealer the raise. Depending on how the actions are, we can also like I would like to get 2 merchant guilds though. I guess I'm sort of speaking prematurely at this point, aren't I? Okay, so there's a copper, junk dealer copper. No. It's another border village. So 1, 7, 9, 11, 13. Yeah. We can go 12 and just do border village, merchant guild, border village, merchant guild. Which is also okay. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, it's a gear. Well, that's okay too. Okay, so 6, 8, 10, 12, $13. I'm not going to trash that, so 12. Spend 1 coffer. Go like this. This is greedy if I go double merchant guild. It just straight up is. Could double gear Border Village Merchant Guild. Maybe that's the thing. I could for sure whiff here. So I didn't set aside one of them. Could also go Border Village Gear, Border Village Merchant Guild. That's a little more safe. Everything could go bad though, for sure. Could also go Border Village Hostelry. I guess you might go Vault over Gear. Probably not though. I'm okay with this, whatever it was. This hand could turn nightmarish, but would much rather see a village here than this gear, than the second gear in hand. But he's not exploited his lead in trashing though. You want to add in like way more concentrated power than he has so far. Like he's thin and he's just mostly added like, or some of what he's added has like been consistency. Possible that just Hostelry Raise was better than Border Village Hostelry there too. Or some kind of summon play, maybe. Would have kind of hurt to not get the Merchant Guild cash, though. I should definitely be looking at raises, though, because $2, pay $2 to get coin is really nice. And the raises are pretty good themselves. Basically, if one of my top 3 cards isn't a village, I'm completely hosed. I'm just dead in the water. This is going to take 3 hours to play 4 games. We probably will not get to the 3-hour mark, but I don't want to rule it out at this rate. I guess there's always like an estate pile out possibility. I don't know. We're not that heavy on buys. You can do Way of the Worm for some, but I guess it's something to keep in mind if the gears in the border villages go. Did he buy a copper last time, or did he just spend all his buys normally? I think I would have bought a copper. Well, maybe he just had one. I would buy a copper here, though. I feel like, I mean, right? Like, pretty thin. There goes those. Okay, so he has 2 merchant guilds. He does buy a copper. Oh, gosh. Look at us go. There's still a lot more to do. Oh God. Just every single one's gonna be that. At some point I need to probably set stuff aside, but I guess we can just keep playing this game every round of so he's up to 5 buys, okay. He's up to 5 buys. But not that much money. Alright, here we go. Now we're there's another hostelry, so we can like set aside hostelry and whatever copper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, $15. Not the most exciting amount of dollars of all time, but sort of okay. So he has 5 buys. I also again did not look for a 3 pile, but surely not. He has 5 buys, which he will be able to play. I got to make up these common points. That's certainly true. I'm certainly going to set aside a hostelry. It's safe to assume probably a copper. As long as I don't go too low, I don't have to green yet. 10, 16. Okay, he can get to that, so that's not an option. Taking a merchant guild is unfortunately not an option. Well, unless it comes with points. Yeah, unless it comes with a sufficient amount of points. But like I can do Merchant Guild Province, maybe. That would be okay. Pretty sure. He had 5 buys, he'd have to get the rest of these. That would be 16, and then $24. He's not gonna have that. Unless he can do the estates. Well, then that's not a 3 pile yet. Okay. Unfortunately, Province Merchant Guild isn't that good, unfortunately. For winning on the next turn. Well, I mean, yeah, it's just not. I mean, there's sort of threat. It may make him nervous, at least. And I suppose I overdrew by 1. I set aside the same amount. I trash 1. Yeah, I guess if I draw perfect, I can get there again. How does Province Gear look? Then he would need... It would be like Province Gear Raise. How does that look? Then he would have to get 15, 18, 26. Okay, so I can do that. But he can just score, right? And I won't be able to pile. Apparently this is what I've decided to do. I don't think he can pile. Gives me a good number of tokens. Can I take a copper? I did add draw. Raises neutral. Sure, why not? Problem is this turn, he just scores a little while building a huge pile of tokens. And then I lose. Then I probably lose. I assume. I didn't really establish threat here. And I barely have a lead. I guess there's always maybe he can do an estate thing. I don't know if he has enough extra actions for all that. I guess I could have thought about, well, no, if I lower estates, he'll buy them out and catch me on battlefield, won't he? There may have been an amount of estates I could take that was still kind of safe. I don't know. Seems like a hard sell. Suppose I can just hope to empty provinces or something. That's a line, I guess, that I have. It's not a very good line, but like if I triple province on my turn, I won't threaten quad, so that's not going to quite cut it. This turn I have the villages. I'm going to have to hope I see the gears. I get to look at 5 cards. Oh, he stopped. He didn't even draw through. Nice. Now he doesn't have any villages in that hand? Does he have to summon something? Or is there... No, he didn't get 6 border villages, did he? I don't know. If he didn't, then he's going to need to summon something. Because I have both the hostelries. He might have 6 border villages. I'm not really sure. 1, 2, 3. How many did I play? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I do only have 4. I didn't set it aside right of the hostelry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I'd have 5. So he didn't have a village in the next hand. He has to summon. I guess he has a junk dealer in the next hand, so he can play for 1 top deck, but that seems horrifying. Right? Like, that just seems super bad. So you have to summon hostelry. You have to, like, do province summon hostelry. I guess you can do colony summon. No. Province summon hostelry, but you get 3 tokens back, and then you get, unless you buy copper. I think that's my understanding of the hand. I think is correct, but I would not. There's no way I'm playing for 1 top deck on junk dealer. Even if maybe you feel like you have to, I guess you can do it, but I would summon province, and you can probably afford to buy a copper so you can get your tokens back. Maybe even 2 coppers is okay. Because you do have all the draw that you do have in the next hand. And, well, I mean, I guess I have most of the gears, but there may be a place here where I need to summon. Like, if just, if I'm able to draw a good portion of the deck, score a little bit, if I can summon, then I'm not going to have to worry about the consistency so much. His hands are like, it's like junk dealer, merchant guild, like 2 gears or something, and maybe a copper, or maybe something else. Province, state. This is like pretty crazy, right? Because, well, 1, I can maybe win, and 2, it's like really bad for your next hand. So 4, 6. But if I can worm some of them, then I can just empty those. And then I would have to buy like gear. I would have to play 2 worms. And then I would have to buy out the estates, buy gear, and buy colony. I don't think province will cut it, but colony would. 6 will give me 11. So I would have to have, I mean, I guess first step, I have to have all the merchant guilds in play. So I have to have all the merchant guilds in play, and then I have to have 2 actions left. And also the actions to play them, like the plus actions. Which would take another village. 1, 2, 3. Would take another village. I mean, I can still colony. You know, he's probably dudded. If my understanding of the deck is correct, unless he's extremely lucky with this buy, he's probably dudded. I do need to find the other border village before this works. Though maybe I shouldn't play the I guess I can't play the gear, then it fails, but right, I would have needed to draw the merchant guild off that border village. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because now I can only get. I can empty the estates, and I can buy a colony, but I can't buy the gear. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 24, which can be colony raise. Which will be 22 points. I can also hostelry. I think he just duds, but he did top deck it. That's crazy. He added 4. I mean, he had 5 villages in there, but he added 4 green cards. He has a gear, right? I don't know that he can end it either, though. Even with worm stuff. Because he probably can't draw to all of his merchant guilds. Hopefully. This is already a good hand for me as far as anything I'd like to try and do here, which is mostly just continue buying colonies. It's already, scores pretty well for me. Maybe I should have taken the copper, I don't know. Hopefully find some gears and have a little bit more of a turn, but this is still really good for me. I guess one colony works for him and the estates and the gear, so... Or the... Now he's just not going to have the terminal space, though, right? He can only play 3 terminals. So that's only four gains. So this time I have just the estates will be a points thing here this time. He's not going to be... Well, he could be. He could get a duchy. No, yeah. He could get a duchy. I don't really like his chances in the long game if he does, but... Like if he just buys a colony, I have it in hand because of the race that's set aside. But if he does colony and duchy, then then I have to draw more. I like his odds so much. If he just takes Border Village Merchant Guild, that turn he takes a Coven. And probably there are other things too, but... So he does take the duchy. Yeah, I mean, otherwise it's game over. Now I just need another gain. This is also game over, right? 3 buys. Because province is sufficient, or duchy is sufficient. $9. This will be... I guess I can even... Well, I don't need to if it works, right? So... Estate gives me to 29. By estate, by province. Oh, wait. Do I have enough to do this? I forgot the gears. I'll just play the raise. I mean, this was so stupid. I'm so stupid. assuming the gears are already empty. Okay, now does this work? If I go warm, I can buy Dutchie and gear and worm. That costs 10. Well, probably specs hate me. Get over it. All right. Well, thanks for watching. And I'll see y'all later.